All right, hello world, Zinger Nation. Welcome to another episode of Late Night Building at Benzinga. Got Hot Stock Luke over here, getting shit done as always, and Nick somewhere over there getting some shit done as well. I got crew here tonight, building late. Welcome to the stream. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. If you have not heard of Zing, go to benzinga.com/zing to make your claim to 1,000 Zing, an ERC20 smart contract token on the Ethereum mainnet. So yeah, check that out. Enter your email, and you will get an email to verify your email, and then you'll be able to have a claim to your Zing. So definitely do that. And you also get in that email a link to download the app. And that'll be something that we're going to demo today. Yeah, let's just dive right into that, because that is where a lot of the fun happens here with the Zing token. All right, let's see here. I have my simulator up, but it somewhere disappeared. There it is. All right, cool. Let me hide that. All right, yeah, so when you download the app, you will be presented with a new screen and a way to sign up. And then once you sign up, you'll have a home page where you can see your current total of Zing and the rewards that you have. You can share the URL, your referral URL, to earn additional Zing, and it'll list items in your watch list. Let me log into my real account. This is a test account that I created. My real account's got more Zing and better data. Hey, Steven, there is nowhere to trade Zing. Right now, Zing can only be earned by entering your email in that benzinga.com/Zing, which I just shared, as well as submitting trade ideas in the app, which I can show you in a moment. Let me get this set up. I was not as prepared today as I was in previous streams. This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one as well. Got a lot of different projects going on. Get rid of this. Oh, can't move it when you're on it. Plus I got crazy screen set up here. Okay, here we go. I found it. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'll start up the simulator. There we go. All right, now I gotta grab the, oh geez, where'd it go? I minimized it. I'm gonna grab this link to the simulator. There we go. So yeah, so go to benzinga.com/Zing. We have 21,249 claims so far, and you can claim an additional 1,000 Zing by downloading the app. So you'll get a link to sent to your inbox. It's available on Android and iOS. So definitely do that. It makes Zing a lot more interesting. I give periodic updates through email, which I'll send another one here shortly, and I'll demo a few updates that we had to the app that I finished this afternoon. And show you this. So for those of you not aware, the Zing token is currently centrally held. So let's go over my assets here. So if you follow along here, we basically, you can follow along at how we deployed the ERC20 smart contract token Zing. Here's our launch day. So on this video, we actually launched it to Ethereum mainnet, and now I hold 1 billion Zing here in my MetaMask wallet. And you can make a claim to that Zing, and at some point, we'll be using some tools that will help us distribute this at scale. Right now, because the NFT market is absolutely insane, the fees are high, so we can't afford to give away 21,000 people their Zing because it'll just cost way too much money. There might be some cheaper mechanisms that we can do to do it, but it's just not practical. by distributing it on the Ethereum network. So we're looking at other potential solutions like Atom's Starport SDK for the Cosmos network tools that they build out, as well as there's some other potential options, but that's probably our leading candidate right now. So if you download the app, don't be more specific, please. If you go to benzinga.com/zing and enter your email and that's how you sign up, any more specific things, I will answer your question. Okay, so you go to the benzinga.com, this is what you'll see. You'll see some great news that our teams put together on the stock markets, not just crypto. We have top stories. You read all about great things that are going on in the markets, keep up on top of the market so you can make market moving or get ahead of the market and get those get that market, beat the market with market moving news that we publish here on a daily basis. You can keep up with the latest stories. This is a great feature that we have. Why is it moving? So we tell you exactly why a stock's moving. It makes it a lot easier. Looks like I actually broke this feed, so I'm going to fix that one. But this tells you exactly why stock's moving. I'm going to fix that here probably tonight. Pre-market outlook, earnings, IPOs, all different types of categories, electric vehicles, cryptocurrency, and we'll be adding additional ways to filter. We cover a lot more than just this, but these are kind of some of the top ones. Eventually, we'll be adding some ways to customize the feed here so you can view all the articles that you want to view more easily. All right, and so let me go ahead and log in here. We have signed in with Google now, which is a nice convenient thing. We also have Apple sign in that we'll be releasing here. We have an app update that will be released shortly. Let me not let you potentially see my password. Yo, Live Foundry. Yeah, Zing is a new thing. It's an experiment that is playing out in real time. All right. So now that I'm logged in, I can find my screen. There we go. So you can see here's some of my rewards. It's a bug. You log in and log out. Let's refresh this and it'll load my watch list. There we go. So you can see market movers. These are all the items. These are all the tickers that I'm watching. So you can see here, this is that why is it moving I'm talking about. So you can read here why Ford is moving today. So you click on any ticker. If there's a reason why it's moving, you'll see it here. Ford shares are trading higher, stock cross-sector rebound following weakness. So you can get some specific market moving news. Some of them are more broad, but this one, some of them are specific too. So great, easy way to keep up with why certain stocks are moving. And if you're following them and you enable push notifications, you'll get those pushes right to your phone, which is great. So you can just like quickly pull down and see why stock you are interested in is moving that day, rather than having to do a whole bunch of finding and researching and stuff like that. All right, so then, yeah, I demoed that. Pretty nice. I think it's pretty good UX for Watchlist. So if you guys have any feedback on this, I'd definitely like to hear it. But it's pretty good UX for reading or viewing your watch list items, reading news about it. I'm not going to go into that. We've done the demo of that before. So this is the big update that we had today. So a lot of people have been commenting on our articles. And if you look at this Connect tab, it was kind of like a chaotic feed of news articles. So you can see here, there's basically a lot of posts like this. So sundial will be listed. Okay, cool. And then you go through and it's just like very disjointed experience of people commenting on certain articles. You could go into the article and scroll down and see what people are saying. This one, only one person talked about it, but it's fine. There's some probably more people talked about this one. Well, right now you can actually see, this is an easy way to see it. So here, everyone loves Doge, of course. Who doesn't? If you shorted Dogecoin when Tesla CEO Elon Musk hosted an SNL, here's how much you'd have lost. And so you can see here a bunch of people commenting on this article. So it's a much better form factor for reading what people are saying. And if you want to join the conversation, go read the article. And you can read the article, claim your 10 Zing, and then you can join the conversation, comment on threads here. And it won't show you, you actually have to read the article and hit claim. Once you do that, you can actually start your own conversation if you'd like and earn Zing. So when you post, you can earn Zing. We will be monitoring for spam. We highly encourage you guys putting a little bit of effort in just to make it useful. It doesn't have to be too well thought out, but like something that is useful for the community, not just high or like ZH. BC5 or something. All right. So that's one way to earn Zing, or a couple ways to earn Zing. You could read the article, claim your Zing, and also earn Zing for contributing the content there. And if you're ever a simple way to learn more about Zing, you can just click the tab there, and it's good FAQ. That's a good go-to source. Yeah, Live Foundry dark mode. That's something that probably our most highly requested feature is dark mode. That's something that we'll be adding. It's going to require, with the way our code's set up, it's going to require a little bit of work. So we're prioritizing some of these like feature improvements like this first, but that's something we will definitely have in the relatively near future. So the other big update we did for the Connect tab is the stocks, or the way that we filtered out this feed here. So you go to stocks, you can see what people are saying about stocks, and we also have crypto. So it's a much easier way to filter between the two different categories of assets. And we'll be adding a ton more categories at some point. I think a lot of people talk about electric vehicles. So at some point, we'll make it easy to just filter what people are saying about electric vehicle stocks, cannabis, etc. And then the last tab that we changed, just an easier way to just see what people are saying. Doesn't necessarily have to be about any specific stock. Like here, I give an update about what we're doing here today, and what we just recently launched. People just asking questions and stuff. So this is a good spot to just find out some general things, ask some questions, share some thoughts, stuff like that. And we'll eventually probably make this real time, but right now it's just more of like a post type experience. All right. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for demoing the new features. Oh, they actually take that back. The other thing that we just recently added was watching cryptos. So if you have some cryptos you're interested in, we had a bug where it wasn't working to follow cryptos because it's just a slightly different ticker format. We worked through that. Quotes are loading, so it's an easy way. So like, let's see here, what I do not have on here. 1 inch. So you can easily add cryptos to your watch list. Click on it. It'll pull in the market data here, how it's moving. Looks like it moved up real nicely, of course. I sold a little bit last night to buy some more Atom, and it moves up. And I don't think we probably covered any news on this, but there is an issue with the news feed for some other tickers, so that's something we're working on fixing right now. And the cool thing is you see here what people are saying about 1 inch by clicking on the page, so on the quotes page. All right, that's pretty much it. Anyone have any other questions? Just throw them in the chat. We're going to do one last thing. I've been meaning to do this for a while. Create a Benzinga NFT. We actually created a Benzinga NFT a while ago, but this is going to be one specifically designed for Zing. So if you can see here, there's a little Zing icon. So if you want to tip somebody some Zing, you can't tip yourself. But we can give here Martin's little Zing. So just tip him a little Zing there. It's one way to use your Zing right now, or pretty much the only way to actually use your Zing right now. We'll be adding additional ways in the near future. But yeah, let's mint this NFT. So I've not actually minted an NFT with OpenSea before. Any ETN when Zing might be public to buy, sell, or set on a blockchain. So that's something that we're not necessarily prioritizing right now. We're prioritizing improving features to the app and building out a good app around just communication and information around different opportunities in the markets. And so we're working through that. I don't think it's actually going to be that hard for us to, as I mentioned earlier, there's Ethereum fees are super high. So distributing the tokens to people's wallets are going to be expensive. So, and we're not going to be listing with any exchanges, but there is ways that we can use. So I've demoed it in previous videos, but so you can check those out. But if you go to, so Cosmos, which has been taking off, I don't know why. I've been talking about them for the past like over a month. I should have been picking up more while it was down, but I didn't. I actually just picked some up last night, even though it's at all-time highs. I think it could do really, really well. The Internet of Blockchains, and so what these guys do is make it like, I mean, I'm not a blockchain developer by any means. I understand how these technologies work for the most part, but what Cosmos has done is made it pretty easy for. I mean, I obviously created the smart contract, and I would go watch that video too if you're interested in figuring out what actually goes into creating a smart contract. If you have like some developer experience and set up different developer environments, it's really not that hard to do following the instructions if you've been able to set up various developer environments for as a Web 2 developer. And then so if you go like let's see, I went to the wrong one here. Starport. So Cosmos has this Starport, which I talked a little bit more in other videos, but so this is basically an easy way for developers to spin up their own blockchain in minutes. So they said minutes, it's going to take longer than minutes, but maybe if you know what you're doing, you can do it in minutes. So this is something that we'll be looking into doing. And then once we have our own blockchain, we can move around crypto for basically, I assume eventually for free, if we have our own nodes running with its own rules. And then they also have this set up where it can link in with the Cosmos Gravity DEX and other different chains, or through the Gravity DEX with other different chains using the ICB protocol, which they talk about on their main website. So really cool stuff. I'm super long, Adam. I think I think they're ahead of the game in terms of tooling around making it easy. I'm still going to be doing some more research on Polkadot to understand what it is, because I think they have it's very similar with what they have in terms of being able to launch chains, but I haven't seen anything like Starport that they have to be able to just easily launch your own node. So I have to figure out if they have something like that, but we'll do that in due time. Like I said, we're going to be focusing on building out a really good product, growing our user base, and finding ways to use Zing internally through potentially most likely the premium content, premium features, stuff like that. So that will be some of the first beyond this tip zinging. So you can tip zing if you like what somebody's saying, and also finding ways. I think this is a big one. Finding ways for people to communicate with each other a little bit better by building a better experience in the app to make it just easier to find things and easier to have conversations, because I think the first iteration was not as easy as it could be. And so that's going to be our focus for now. And then probably one of these weekends, we'll just launch our own chain. And then from there, I think the IBC stuff might be a little bit more difficult to connect to other chains. So you're not going to be able to like move the Zing to a different chain. But at some point you will be able to. And then you'll be able to have Zing on Ethereum network and put it on Uniswap if you wanted to, or any other decentralized exchange. All right, so let's create this NFT. So that's the solid pool. So I don't know if you guys noticed this, but in the beginning of the app, until you actually claim your Zing, it's a solid bowl. And then once you get your Zing, it's a half and half bowl. I don't know. For some reason, this one just seems more digital, more crypto-like, because this one has like nodes. You can see here like the little like nodes, and this one doesn't. So this is just like a normal digital bowl, like your CeFi type thing, and then this one's more like, oh sweet. Even though we're still not decentralized, we'll just pretend that our Zing is on a bunch of nodes right now on the Ethereum network. Well, I don't want to use that one. That one's small. There we go. This one. And this one's pretty big. There we go. All right. And Zinga bull. All right, I like that. I like the Zing bull. Yes. And let's create this URL here. Go to benzinga.com/Zing to get your 1,000 free Zing. Download the app for additional 1,000 Zing. Let me be lazy and do this.
That's what I always do. I leave determination to be able to get rid of any sort of
if you do live marketing, okay.
I'm thinking this is relevant.
Let me just copy this.
Yeah, well, just put it on zero page. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by inventory.
It's not breach, we're just cutting all pages.
That's how I always negotiate that. It gives us all that flexibility. We're still in contract with you, but we have no obligation to put your unit.
I'm gonna say claim your Zing, because it was originally 10,000 Zing if you joined before we actually did the launch, and then now it's 1,000. I think we're gonna keep it 1,000 until we give away 1 billion Zing. Right now we have 1 billion Zing that we minted and 1 billion Zing to give away. And so once we hit 1 billion Zing, there's a good chance we will reduce that number and also mint more Zing. So until that time, it'll be 1,000. But this NFT will last forever, so let's not put a number on it. Benzinga has launched. We'll say this: Zing is an ERC20 smart contract. Join ZINGERNATION to claim Zing. Keep it simple, not to make it too complicated. All right, so it'll be in this collection. I don't think we need properties or anything. Definitely not doing it on Ethereum. So I definitely do this on Polygon, cheaper fees. That's actually one other solution originally I was thinking about doing, is launching on Polygon or some other similar type layer 2, but there's still costs in that, though the costs are low. It also kind of, I think, limits us. I do think the Cosmos SDK, or this ICB protocol, what it will allow us to do is have our own chain with our own rules. So we could provide our own like staking rules, and we can also, I think we probably do that smart contract as well. There's a lot of stuff I have to learn on exactly how this technically works, but we can also on our chain have 0 fees. I'm almost 100% sure. So that'll be cool for a good reason for launching our own chain. And then with the ICB protocol, you can move your Zing over to the Polygon network, or you can move it over to whatever, Pulse chain, whatever you want to move it to. Cool. So let's finish this NFT. To freeze your metadata, you must first create your item. All right. So I think that's it. It's honestly pretty simple. I think they've launched the Polygon on the Polygon network very recently, because I tried to do this a couple weeks ago and it wasn't working. So just create that. Yeah, Pulse chain launch will be very interesting. And the crazy thing, that's the thing too. So I actually did ask Richard Hart, and he said that because the state of Ethereum will be copied over to the Pulse chain, so that'll include the Zing contract. And I asked, they're keeping pretty much all tokens except for a few specific ones. So Zing token will be on Pulse chain, and we could potentially transact in that, so people want to claim their Zing on that. But there's integration things that we're gonna have to figure out. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm not gonna be sitting here manually sending Zing, but maybe there's probably ways we can easily automate it too. I just haven't looked into that or really thought about how we could do it securely yet. Okay, so then, yeah, we created Zing Bowl. Whoop. We just created Zing Bowl. All right. Let's copy this over here. Check out our new NFT Zing Bowl. Kind of wanted to name the bowl. I'm not very good at naming things. If you guys have any ideas, I'd love to hear it. Oh, there it is. Reggie the Bull. It's not bad. We have to get like we have to get some decentralized voting on it. That'd be way too much work. If you guys want, this is a fun thing. I'm gonna try to improve on this. So if you go to Benzinga.com, markers, we're gonna be improving it. I'm doing a lot of different things. We're doing a lot on our website as well. And so the last couple of weeks I've been super busy working on improving various things, ad integrations, a whole bunch of different stuff. But one thing that I want to build a better product around is this Moon or Bust game. If you haven't followed other channels, Moon or Bust is a show that we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 p.m. And so it's a fun show. It's actually, we interviewed one of the Cosmos CEO, a former CEO of Tendermint, on that show, as well as one of the developers at Starport. So it's a good show to get some great information on the markets and different crypto projects. We interview all types of people, also people in like investment firms and stuff like that. So it's a really good show to watch. Logan and the team did a really good job. And so we created this Moon or Bust game, kind of named after the same thing. And so you come over here and just vote Moon or Bust on different assets. I'm going to build out a better browsing tool around this. So that way you can view a bunch of different assets, vote Moon or Bust. It's just a fun little game to play. And you can learn how to buy different assets if you don't know how to buy certain assets. All right, cool. I think that's it. Let me see if you guys, what questions you guys had. So yeah, there's no way to turn Zing into cash. Zing right now is just kind of a measurement of the contribution to our network, and also just a token of appreciation for joining our network. But in the future, we will add ways to access premium content and things like that. So there'll be some value that you can tie to that. How much total Zing has been claimed or awarded thus far? So I want to say, let me do this. I don't have a good, it's like, because when I built this, there's different ways that I'm keeping track of Zing. Like I keep track of Zing based on emails, and also like when you create an account. So it's a little bit, the database is a little bit complicated. So it's not like one simple query to tally it up. I should have it saved somewhere, but actually I think I do have it saved somewhere, but it's gonna be hard for me to find. Well, I think my last email, I said it was around like 40 million or something. It's probably up, it's probably a decent amount higher than that right now. I'll send out an email probably tonight or maybe tomorrow night that will have the total amount of Zing that has been distributed this far. It's less than 100 million. It's probably not necessarily distributed claim. It has that because none of this is actually distributed yet. But there's around, I want to say like anywhere between like 50 and 70 Zing that has been that have a claim to it. A lot through people just joining, and then a decent amount. I have the numbers broken down as well, and I'll have it. I had it in the last email, and I'll have it for the next one as well. Largest Zing holder. Well, that's me. I hold all the Zing. Got 1 billion Zing. Luke's jealous. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, there's no way to trade yet. Oh, that'd be interesting. I think like I said, we'll have ways to access premium content. You know, we can't work for free here at Benzinga, so we have a lot of ads. So one thing I was thinking is simply just like ad-free experience. So if you can, you view our pages, or you have like an ad-free experience for some amount of Zing a month or something. I don't know. We'll have different ways that we figure out how to use Zing. Access to premium content or certain types of content will likely be one of those ways. And potentially discounts on other products. I think it's like when I first started this, I've been looking at it as like a loyalty reward token for Benzinga, and it rewards our community in Zinger Nation in Zinger Nation for being a part of what we're doing here. It's I think we're at 300 people strong now of content creators, builders, and we're passionate about what we do. We're passionate about bringing information to you guys. and building better tools so that you guys can get that information in a quick way, in a way that helps you stay ahead of the markets. And we have a whole slew of different products that will offer discounts and different things for people who help contribute to our ecosystem, measured in Zing. All right. Any questions before we wrap this up? Any feedback? Mobile at benzinga.com or John at benzinga.com. Dark mode is something that we will get. Like I've been thinking about the easiest way to implement it. We just had a lot of iteration of code and a lot of bad choices in terms of how we manage our styling of our app. So it's just going to be a bit of a tedious task. So we're going to have to do some infrastructure cleanup or code cleanup to be able to make it easy. But it's something that we will prioritize. We have some like other issues around like the crypto loading issue is a higher priority. The crypto news loading issue. Also, just like some simple features to make things easier. And then we've had reports of certain people having reports of their Zing not loading. Just certain things. We're trying to prioritize some of these more serious pain points. I know dark mode probably is somewhat a pain point too because you guys don't like to be blinded at night. Just have to dim your phone for now, I guess. All right, that's it for me. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Look out for an update email that I will send out. Probably got most of it in here, but it'll include the amount of Zing that's been given out so far, and probably some additional links. Benzinga.com/Zing. Claim your Zing. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.